Hey everybody, and welcome to tutorial 3 on how to start a blogvideos.com. Today we're going to do a couple of adjustments to our domain name over at GoDaddy, and keeping it simple, we're basically going to point our domain name at our new hosting account. We have to connect those two things so that HostGator knows that we've registered this domain, and we told HostGator that this is the domain we want set up, but now we have to go tell the domain that, hey, the hosting for this is over at HostGator. And what we need to do to point that is we need to take these two things here, name servers, first name server, second name server. We're going to go update some information over at GoDaddy. This is going to be pretty quick to do the update, but it can take anywhere from 2 to 12 hours to do what's called propagate, sort of to filter its way through the internet so that the changes are recognized everywhere. So you should have gotten this email by now if you did register your hosting with HostGator. If you're watching these videos back to back to back, it can take a couple of hours for HostGator to set up your new account. If you're wondering what's up, you can email support@hostgator.com, or you can visit hostgator.com and click on support or their chat and ask them what's up. Just a quick refresher, if you've gone through tutorial 1, you've registered your domain name at GoDaddy.com. In tutorial 2, what we did was we set up our web hosting account. I personally set up a hatchling account with HostGator.com. You may have done a baby account was the other one. The difference was that you could host unlimited domains with the baby account at HostGator. I went with the hatchling because I'm just going to have this blog on a standalone account. I won't be adding any more to it. And now in tutorial 3, we're going to go ahead and make some changes over at GoDaddy. So bear with me for a second. We're going to hop over to GoDaddy and we'll log in and do our thing. Okay, so here we are at GoDaddy.com. Of course, everybody's familiar with this site. This is the one we used in tutorial 1. You're going to want to enter your username and your password up here and log in. And I'll do that, and just bear with me for a moment. Okay, so once you're logged in, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the domains, this little navigation here, and you want to go down here under management to domain management. So you'll click that, and that's going to bring up your new domain, or if you have more than one domain, it'll of course list them all. So we'll do that now. Okay, so as you can see, I've got some stuff blurred out on here because I have a lot of domains with GoDaddy, but the one that we want to worry about here is runnersgearguide.com. If you only have one domain and it's the one you registered in tutorial 1, then that'll be the only one that shows up in the list. All you have to do is just click on your domain, and that's going to take us to a new screen. I'm going to zoom out here so you can see the full screen. And basically what it's going to show us here is their registered date. It's going to show us that it's locked when it expires. If you remember, I talked about name servers. Well, here's the name servers that we've got, and this is what we're going to need to update. And if you went ahead and registered private, which I did, your registrant, your administrative, technical, and your billing contact, like over here, are all going to be shown as domains by proxy. So that just means that people can't get your information. So what we're going to do now, once we're in here, is under name servers, we want to click Set Name Servers. Actually, I'm just going to, I'll roll in here a little bit closer so you can see. So it just says Set Name Server, so you'll click that link. That's going to open up this window. And we've got a few options here. So if you're hosting your website with us, meaning that you purchased your web hosting with GoDaddy, or if you want to park or forward your domain, they'll automatically set the name service for you. But if you remember in tutorial 1, I mentioned that I wasn't a huge fan of GoDaddy's web hosting. That's why we opted to look at HostGator rather than GoDaddy. It's a little bit easier to use at HostGator. So what we're going to select here is I have specific name servers for my domains. So you're going to click that, and it's going to bring up name server 1 and name server 2. So what you need now is, if you have a tabbed browser, or if you use Outlook or Mail on a Mac for your mail, you're going to need those name servers that came in the email you got from HostGator. So I'm going to go grab mine in just a moment here, and I'm going to open them in a text file so we've got them handy right here to cut and paste. Okay, so I just ran quickly over to my email, and I cut and pasted these into a notepad so that I could easily copy them and paste them here. Notice how these are sequential. There's NS3427, then NS3428. So we can copy the first one. I use Command C on my Mac. You can use Control C on a PC to do that copy, or you can, of course, depending on where you're at, you can go edit copy as well. So I've copied that. I'm going to go here. Now remember, it's NS3428. I'm going to do something here in a moment, and you'll just see. So we highlight this, I delete it, I paste in my new one. Now just to save me pasting it in again, I paste in the old one, or the same one as I did in name server 1, but I changed that 7 to an 8 because remember they were sequential. And we say OK. So that's going to just take a quick moment here, and it's going to submit it, and here it is. So these changes usually take 2 hours. However, it may take up to 48 hours for these to take effect. Remember I mentioned about the propagation, so that can take a little bit to happen. Most times it's only 2 to 4 hours though. So now that we've done that, it's just a little bit of a waiting game until our domain points over at our new HostGator hosting account. Then what we can do is we can get in there and we can actually install WordPress on our new domain and start creating some articles and things like that on our new blog. So that's the end of tutorial 3 today, pointing our name servers for our HostGator account. The next video will be installing WordPress with the one-click Fantastico installer, which is so easy to use over at HostGator. So thanks for watching, and check out the next video. Bye for now.